Hey guys, we're back here with the Broncolor Move kit. We took a couple hours and charged the battery fully as Broncolor suggests before powering up the unit. So we're gonna put everything, we're gonna put the battery in the unit and kind of take a look at some of the features and controls. And again, I haven't ever used this before, so we'll kind of see how easy it's going to be to use and how intuitive the menus and things are, and get genuine first impressions on the unit. First thing I think I want to do though is probably assemble the softbox that it comes with. So we got the speed ring, the inner and outer diffusers, and then the softbox that comes in the case here. I kind of want to see how hard or how difficult it might be to assemble softbox. I don't expect it to be very difficult. It's a regular softbox with an RFI type speed ring or a Profoto, whatever, it's a regular speed ring. So the speed ring's got, color-coded dots similar to Profoto's RFI speed rings, and again the sort of inner reflector of the adapter on the speed ring has Ellen Chrome-esque texturing on the inside. So this is the Broncolor 2-foot by 2-foot softbox, and I'm just assuming that the black rods are going to go where the speed ring indicates to place them. So just muscle this in here, and it's actually pretty easy. All right, so we have the 2-foot by 2-foot softbox assembled. See if you can take a look on the inside of that. So it also has sort of Ellen Chrome like interior. I haven't really used very many Broncolor modifiers before, but they seem to be of high quality. They're pretty lightweight. The fabric looks like it could stand up to a lot of abuse, and yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a nice small, packs down really small. The interior looks to be really nice, and that is the 2-foot softbox from Broncolor. This thing right here makes it cost twice as much as it probably should. All right, so we have the sync cords and everything in here, as in the unboxing. Okay, the inner and outer diffusers, which I'll put over here. And now let's get into the Move kit. So there's actually a couple things that I found that weren't covered in the original unboxing. So the manuals and everything come inside the trolley bag that's included with the kit. And so here you have your RFS 2.1 manual. I think this is so this is just basically the entire Broncolor system. All of their modifiers, all of their packs and heads, octas, everything, paras and everything. So this is what's actually really cool. Just a thing about lithium batteries. Broncolor includes this, which is actually a sheet sort of on traveling with the Move pack and lithium batteries. So it shows how many batteries you can pack with you, how much you can take with you on a plane. So if you travel with this kit, it actually sort of outlines everything for you to make sure that there's not any trouble with traveling with the kit. The printed manual, also available online. A lot of stuff in here. Honestly, haven't taken a look at it, but we'll figure out how intuitive the Move pack is to use. Broncolor also includes, they did this with the Para2, they include a nice laminated quick reference sheet for most of their products. So that's in here too. Another strap. This kit has come with so many straps. I have no idea what they're all for. There's something in here that I didn't know was in here. It is, okay. I don't know what this is. Oh, I'm assuming maybe for a tripod or a light stand to sort of, you can slip the bottom, slip it in here, put your tripod and cinch it up. So I'm guessing that's what that is. All right, cool. Now, getting back to the Move. So the RFS 1 trigger, or RFS 2 trigger, the other 30-inch, 32-inch umbrella slides in there. You could also put the rods for the softbox in there. Battery, comes with one battery. Here's the battery. We fully charged it up, and we're going to be putting it in the Move pack. So this is the, let me put this off to the side. This is the dedicated carrying bag for the Move. It's got straps so you can carry it. You can have someone sling it over their shoulder. It's not terribly heavy. It's about 15 pounds-ish, maybe, with the battery. And the battery itself doesn't weigh very much. I want to say maybe less than 5 pounds. Here's the strap that it comes with. Put this off to the side. And the Move pack. So one thing actually about this bag is it has a little mesh thing there for cooling. And on this side, the flaps open up so you can connect your lamp heads here while it's still in the bag. So if you're in you know, rough or rainy conditions, you can keep this inside the trolley bag and have everything coming out of the trolley bag, and this has got an extra layer of protection, so you can use it in some pretty rough conditions and not really have to worry about it too much. This thing's actually built really well, so you actually on this side you have battery access too. So everything on this is rubberized. It's nice and solid. One thing I did notice while looking at the pack the other day is that it's got these little metal feet on the bottom, and I'm not sure if it was supposed to come with rubberized feet or if you can get rubber feet and just screw these in here, but it's just something I noticed because these are threaded right here. Anyway, the whole thing's rubberized. You have 2 lamp inputs, and let's put this battery in and sort of take a look at the menus. The battery slides in right here. It's got a battery release. And so when you slide it in, it's not flush, but I'm guessing that's just so you can get to it easier. But once you hit the battery release, the thing comes flying out. So it's not really ever going to get stuck in there. All right, now let's bring the camera. Actually, I'll probably go on that side. And so we can take a look at the menus and see how all of this works. All right, guys, so here we are with the Broncolor Move pack. We're going to power it up for the first time. It's right here, the power button. It's got a couple other different controls on it. I don't know how well you can see. Let me see if I could maybe darken this. See it a little bit better. So there's no lamp heads connected. It's got a couple different buttons right here on the face. Let me turn it this way, maybe you can see it better. So 2 independent, completely asymmetrical controls. These 1 and 2 buttons, I think, turn the head on and off. Let me grab a head and connect it. See what it does. So the heads right here. Lighten it up. So the heads will take anything with a Broncolor connector, I believe. Let me hook it up here to the first outlet. So I'm always afraid I'm gonna break something when I'm working with Broncolor connectors because it has really fragile pins, and I'm not sure if that's the best way to connect everything, but they've lasted this long. So here is a mobile LED head, and we have one connected into outlet 1. Turn it on, pressing the button. So you can adjust power output on each lamp head individually across the entire range. Short presses looks like they give you 1/10 of a stop. And let me turn it this way, maybe you can see it better. So short presses, 1/10 of a stop. Long presses, I think, full stops. Up to 10. So the display right here actually shows you how much power in joules, your TO1 flash duration, and the total amount of power across both outlets, I believe. So let me try connecting a second flash head and seeing what that does. I'm not sure if I should power this down or not, but let's see what happens. Okay, so another flash head plugged in, and lamp 2 is off. Turn it on by pressing this right here. It won't let me. I'm assuming because this is at full power. So let's try turning it down to half power. Okay, so now I should be able to. Okay, great. So this one I should be able to take up to power 9 as well. And that's a whole 600 watt seconds, 600 joules per head. That is the full power or capability of the pack, 1200 joules. Speed mode button. In speed mode, it looks like it's limited to 300 joules per head. But speed mode will give you faster flash durations. This master button controls the power output for the entire pack across both heads. So if you're using a ratio, it'll keep the ratio. Modeling lamp. Again, the mobile LEDs have LED modeling lamps, I believe 30 watt, which is about equivalent to, I don't know if you can't see it. 30 watt LED modeling lamps equivalent to about 100 watt halogen. The Lito heads have, I believe, 300 watt halogen. Those are a little more capable, but you won't be able to use the modeling lamps with Lito or any of the other Broncolor heads on the battery power of this. So the mobile LED heads are the best for the Move pack. They're rated up to 1600 joules max output. I know that's on the lower end, but each head is more than capable of what this pack is able to put out. Eco mode, I'm assuming, will just give you more flashes. Sync, just simple lights here to indicate if you want RFS cell or both. There is a USB, a micro USB port on this side, and a sync port on this side. So you can plug in your Pocket Wizard or the sync cord or however else you want to trigger it. Test button here. Let's turn these down to the lowest power. So this is blinking. I'm assuming because it's discharging the power left in the capacitors. or else you will get the previous flash power when you flash the next test shot or whatever. So here's a head test. Test button works well. Modeling lamp, again, modeling lamp button, turns the modeling lamp on and off. Let's look at the menus and see what we've got here. I'll come back with that. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back here with the menu system. Maybe bear with me because I'm doing this from behind the camera and I might not be able to see always what I'm doing. So if you go into the menu here, looks like there's a modeling light option, 10, 30, 60, or continuous. I'm assuming this is how long the modeling lamp will stay on when you turn it on. So if you hit the modeling lamp button, it should stay on for 10 seconds and then maybe turn off on its own. About to see if that happens right here. Okay, yeah, so that is what that does. How long the modeling lamp will stay on, and that's also displayed right here in the LCD screen along with your battery indicator, total flash power, your T1 flash duration, and this also corresponds to flash duration, I believe. So we're gonna go here into sequence. Here, I believe you can set the sequence of flashes, so you can get a sort of up to, let's see how far up it goes. Up to 50 flashes. So you can set your flashes to sequence, which I assume is alternating between the heads, to get a sort of stroboscopic effect, or to lower your recycle times if you're shooting fast. Here, you have your flash duration, optimum, I think, and minimum. Okay, so optimum, I think, is going to preserve your color temperature, and minimum will reduce the flash duration. So let's see, actually. So here at 2 power, or 4.7 joules on each head, we have 1/7,000th of a second flash, or T1 flash duration at the lowest power setting. So I think, I'm not sure. Okay, if you go into speed mode, it goes to 1/8500th of a second. Of course, now you're going to have a little bit of a cooler flash color temperature because speed mode tends to do that. So let's change this to minimum and see if that has any effect on. Okay, so minimum, I'm assuming, is the same as speed mode. I'm not sure. It didn't seem to affect the flash duration here, which is still 1/8500th of a second, as opposed to an optimum, which is 1/7000th, if I remember. 1/7000th, okay. So I think speed mode maybe has to do with both recycling times and also flash duration. I'm not sure if having both speed mode and minimum flash duration work together, or if it's one or the other, or I don't know. So we're gonna have to find out what that does. Audio ready signal, it's the audible signal for when the flash is ready. Also, when it can get annoying, especially when you're, adjusting your power. It's really loud. And here you have your studio address, lamp 1 and lamp 2 address, and I think these all correspond to the RFS and the Broncolor app. So here I have the RFS 2.1 transmitter. I was taking a look at this thing last night, and it doesn't seem like you can turn it off. So it has this it has this battery. It's a CR2450 3-volt little button cell, and it goes right in here, and that turns it on, right? So let me turn on the RFS sync here. So if I press test, this should flash, as should this one, if everything's working correctly. So both of these heads here should flash. I haven't read the manual. I don't know if you can turn on the modeling lamp from here. Okay, so it does work. I don't know how efficient this is, or if it can just go for a long time without powering it down, but there's no power button on this thing. So I can't really tell how I'm supposed to turn this thing off, or if I just leave it on all the time. I haven't read the manual, so I'm not sure. It's got set button here. You can set, so you have your studio. If you hold it down, you can set the lamp. You can set the individual lamp power, so I can adjust my lamp power in 1/10 of a stop. Oh, why is it adjusting? Oh, okay, I see. Because the lamp 2 address here is also 1. So you can, if you have multiple things operating over RFS, you can assign them in groups by their addresses, and the studio address is, I think, the address to the entire system. Not sure, I don't have enough Broncolor stuff to be worried about that, but nonetheless. So now we're at lowest power, we can adjust in full stops. So if I assign the lamp 2 address to a different, or if I assign outlet 2 to a different lamp address, I should be able to control that from here as well. But yeah, so we have that. And again, it's got an input and output. I'm assuming this is for firmware updating. And it'll work with anything. It's just a simple dumb trigger. And I'm not sure how you turn this thing off other than popping the battery out. So that's the RFS system. The Profoto one, in my opinion, seems to be a little more well polished. They certainly look better. They're more aesthetically appealing. Not sure what else I can cover on this thing. The menu is pretty simple. It's only got a handful of options, and they're all pretty straightforward. And so I think this is a pretty solid system, and I expect to be using it on a lot of location shoots simply because of the power. And also, we've been doing a little bit of testing versus our B1s and B2s in the Broncolor Para. And it does seem to work better, especially in the defocused position, because of the fact that I can take this off somehow. So simply because, oh God! Alright, simply because of the exposed flash tube. And that works a lot better with the Broncolor Paras. Because that's kind of what it does. Or that's kind of what it's designed for. It does work with the B1s and B2s, as we wrote in a couple articles and through our own testing. But it does seem to work better in some positions with an exposed flash tube, especially defocused, where you get that sort of ring light catch light. All right, guys, that is the long-winded overview of the Broncolor Move Pack and our first impressions. We'll probably come back after we've had some time with this and see just how we like it and see if it's worth the purchase. Can't really make that decision yet, but it does seem like a really nice bit of kit, and we're really excited to have this in our arsenal. All right, guys, so follow us on Instagram at the Broketographers, facebook.com/the Broketographers. Check our website out. We've got a lot of blog posts. We want to cover a lot of high-end equipment and sort of bring a normal person's opinion to this kind of stuff for you guys. So check us out online. Follow, subscribe, like, comment, ask us questions. We're happy to answer them. And we will see you in the next one, guys. See ya.